Yes, my friends, welcome back for tonight's massive Champions League game against Pafos FC. Great to see some of you guys here. I feel like maybe the stream's now getting broadcasted to everyone. I'm just waiting for a few, man, to join the stream, but great to see some of you guys here. Toby, how you doing today, man? Aziza, okay, from Takoradi. I've actually been to Takoradi when I was last in Ghana years ago, bro. So, yeah, great to see you here. Love, bro. Gareji, how you doing? AJ Code, as always, my guy. Are you good? I'm sure you guys have seen the lineup already. Obviously, you have. I guess we can waste no time and go straight into understanding the game plan for today. Now, personally, I don't think there's really anything to get mad about in regards to the lineup. I think it's Liam Rosenior wanting to assert himself in the Champions League, get his first win. It's his first time managing in this competition. So you want to make sure that you get a W in your first game. You're taking no chances. And I'd imagine that this lineup essentially is to get the win early on before the younger guys come on to see the game out. But anyway, let's look at what the lineup's saying. As you guys are seeing, the return of Garnetto down the flanks. Enzo Fernandez supporting Liam Delap. Caicedo, Reece James midfield. I wasn't expecting something that strong tonight, but I guess it tells you everything you need to know about what's in stakes tonight. We have to ensure that we give ourselves the best possibility to qualify from the Champions League. As we know, we have a massive game coming up against Napoli. Napoli aren't doing too great right now, and Antonio Conte in this tournament, this guy is an absolute, like, I'm sounding kind of rude, but you know that European football and Conte is like all in war. Like, it doesn't mesh well. So I guess getting the win tonight against Pafos, ensuring that we get qualification, that's the motto right now. I mean, I respect it. Garnetto, bro. Neto's been looking a bit interesting, I think, under Rosenior. I've been seeing him spam a few more skills that I don't typically see from Neto. So let's see what he does today. Enzo playing as well. To be fair, I thought you might see Andre Santos playing. I really thought that you might see maybe a few little rotational pieces in this team at least, right? But yeah, it's not to be the case. And this is what Rosenior thinks is the way forward, basically. So you guys, man, give me your thoughts and opinions on what you're thinking about this lineup. Yes, ATG, how you doing? Let's go, Nini. Loving the lineup. Assuming Esteval not 100% fit. I think that is very logical. I think that is more than fair. A lot of these guys are still returning back from illness. And as we've heard Rosenior say and many others, it really is about just being responsible and managing their health and their fitness. I don't think with Esteval it's a talent thing. I think maybe the club, the physios potentially, they might be recommending that he slowly integrate at the highest level so he doesn't like burn out too quickly. Maybe, in the Premier League compared to like La Liga, for example, you need to like kind of get your body acclimatized to the speed and the intensity of the game a lot more. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing here, trying to understand what the psychology might be behind Esteval not starting as much. But from a fan point of view, listen, you guys, he's the type of player that I constantly want to. I just look forward to seeing in every lineup. I just feel like when Esteval is in the lineup here, you're expecting bare minimum entertainment. You're expecting moments. You expect that there's going to be big things going on in the game, and he affects the game. Not only is he entertaining, he's affecting the game as well. So yeah, it is what it is. We have to kind of be a bit patient, I guess, with Esteval, but hopefully second half, bro, we see Esteval coming onto that field and entering the game. Let me just I'll have the subs on screen for you guys too, so you can see everything. But that's it at the moment, you guys. So let me go to answer some of your questions right now. Yes, Chris, really hoping to see David at some point. I missed that, man. For me, David Luiz is one of my favorite players of all time. I think the guy's like iconic. I think he's going to be memorable for years. He'll be in all those like football trivia tests in the future, I'll tell you that. And for me, I think David Luiz is like probably the best I've ever seen at moving the ball. I think he was better than Terry. I think he's better than Thiago Silva. And these guys are elite. But I just felt like with Luiz, there was this like nonchalance. It was like he just perfected the art of moving the ball. And some of those line-breaking passes he would play, or those balls between the lines to release Eden Hazard. Like, you need players with that mindset to understand each other, right? So, yeah, man, I got a lot of respect for David Luiz. One of my favorite players. I can't even keep repeating it too much. But, yeah, you guys, you know, let's see. Hopefully this guy's entering the field today and able to play in front of the Stamford Bridge fans yet again. But I'm trying to find the Pafos lineup. I'd imagine that he's playing today. I can't see why he isn't. I'm on their official Twitter page, but the matter thing is they haven't even announced the lineup yet. So I'm going to have to go online to kind of find out Chelsea versus Pafos lineup to see if Luiz is starting. But I'd imagine that this guy must be starting, no? Tell me he is. Okay, so where the hell is this Pafos lineup? Is it at the UEFA Twitter page maybe? I don't even know what's going on. Hey, David, big love from Iraq, my guy. Appreciate it, bro. Love back, man. Yes, Ollie, sup, Nini? Hope you're good. Guessing Palmer is getting some much needed rest. Hope he's back for the weekend. Yeah, I agree. There's no need forcing Palmer in a game like this. Let him just kind of get back to full speed. I think that's one of the big things that Rosina has to kind of get right and bring back. If we have any hopes of securing a CL spot come the end of the Prem season, Palmer's going to play a part, as he always does at all times. So, I don't know. I feel like when he gets his fitness back, I just have this sneaking suspicion that he might have maybe a bit more freedom to play in. Time will tell, though. In the meantime, let me see. Yes, Mazza, big up, Nini. Nice backline. First time seeing it before a lockout. So, I'm going to have to line up on screen again for you guys in case you need to see what's going on. But for Fana Badiashil, you're not seeing these guys playing together too often. So it's like one of those rare games for them. You know, if you told me years back when we first signed these guys in those windows, I probably would have thought this might be like the main lineup over the years, but hasn't been the case right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys leaves us in the summer. Who knows? Obviously, we know that Marseille was making moves for Fofana. We seem to be open to that. And Badiashil, I don't know, but you're signing Jackway when you have Sarr coming through. I feel like Sarr in a way kind of replaces him. But to be fair, man, Jackway's, Anselminos, Sarr's, I swear that they're all right-footed defenders. They can all kind of play central centre-back and play on the right. It feels like we're quite stacked and don't have as many like left-footers, you know what I mean? Justin, David Luiz, okay, Luiz isn't starting. That's a shame. Hopefully he comes on though, at least, just to get like a round of applause. And I hope the Stamford Bridge fans tonight are going to give him his dues. I'll be pissed off if he's getting booed for some nonsense. But yeah, I can't imagine that being the case. In terms of the bench though, we are seeing a lot of youth representation. Hopefully they play. You know, Reggie Walsh has been a minute. Of course, Tyree George is just there for the sake of it. I don't know why, if he might be leaving us. But Landon Emanolo, I think there was one player that a lot of guys in the fan base was assuming could maybe get some opportunities under Rosina or get looked at, and I guess Emanolo is that guy. So it would be nice to see him come on. I'm always a sucker to see youth coming on in games like this and doing their thing. But I think realistically, Esteval getting a few minutes, Gittins, of course, Gu, I'd imagine might come on, Joao Pedro, and either one of the defenders realistically, right? So let's watch the space to see how it goes down. Who is Landon? That's Landon Emanolo, Mazza. That's Emanolo. Remember our sporting director? That's his son, who's been playing in our academy over the years, which is mad. Okay, David Luiz is on the bench tonight. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because it makes sense because Luiz was actually touch and go a little bit. The manager for Pafos said that he'd be assessing certain guys at night. Not at night, obviously, but last night's training session to kind of see like who's going to be ready for this game or not. So it's quite clear that Luiz he didn't pass the fitness test, which is a shame. But hopefully he gets some minutes at least. Nini, what position do you play? You mean what position did I play? Because I've not kicked ball in a minute, I'll be honest with you guys. But back when I was younger, I did play DM because I was quite like a tough tackler. I didn't always mean to be a tough tackler, but I guess I was a bit of like a hacker a little bit. But as I kind of was getting older, I felt like my tech got better. So I like to kind of like carry the ball a bit, you know what I mean? But maybe if you guys want to know like my real like ball playing days, that could be a stream on its own. Because all I'm gonna tell you guys, and if you're African, maybe you relate, maybe you don't. But whatever football ability I had left, my mum slapped it out of me. So that was the end of my footballing days. Whatever was left from that right foot of mine got slapped out. That was the last thing to get slapped out of me, man. So yeah, it is what it is. But hopefully if I have a kid one day myself, the dream can get passed down to him, and he can kind of carry that torch, you know. Justin, George won't start because he'll be sold. Exactly why Disassi ain't about on the bench either. Oli, can't imagine any of our players outside of Caicedo to have the audacity to pull off that David Luiz long shot versus Fulham, and that Willian free kick steal was my favorite moment. Yeah, they were classic moments. I think some of my favorite David Luiz moments was against FC Basel, if you guys remember. Like the goals he scored, left foot, right foot. Bloody hell, man. This guy was a football player, man. This guy really was a baller. I even enjoyed that spell when he played as our DM for a bit. That was during the Europa League season when he obviously got us through beating Basel. There was a few times he played as a right back as well. Like back in the time, the whole fan talk was, Luiz can't defend, play him right back, play him further forward, do this, do that. But to be fair, when he played in midfield, man, he looked like a natural. I mean, he's just one of those gifted players. I think he's, I don't know, I really rate him, man. Needy having kids in 2020, not this year, bro. Not this year, bro. I got plans this year, man. Not this year. But you guys, if you want any of your questions prioritized, you know, show us some love for the super chats. I can spend some time on your questions, help support the channel, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the spiel by now, right? So yeah, the game is kicking off in like 20-ish minutes time. I'm feeling like if we don't win this game, something's going wrong. But I feel like tonight will be a safe win. Rossini is going to be able to get his first Champions League win. And hopefully, again, it's just building that confidence up. You know, having Pafos, having Crystal Palace, there's a few little games in the run-up, which is like, you know what? If there was ever a time now to kind of build up momentum and get that run of games one under your belt, this is the time right now. You know, we got Crystal Palace next. Then we got Napoli away, Naples. That'll be a mad one. And then after that, you come back to West Ham. And then it's the massive game, obviously, 2nd of Feb against Arsenal. And then from that period, it's like games coming every respectable amount of days. So, yeah, it's going to be a mad period, man. This is the period now to try and get some W's, in my opinion. Llewellyn, yes, how you doing, man? Nini, I was wondering, since we're gonna move Esteval to Cam and Paez and Kenda coming, do we need Palmer long term? Because none of these four are bench warmers. I mean, this is the thing, man. We have to wait to see how Kendry continues to develop. It's been a bit of a stop-start educational season at the moment coming into Europe. Kenda is still nursing himself back from injury, needs a bit of time. Listen, if we're using Esteval in a very responsible manner, I mean, I'd imagine this will be the same game plan for Kenda, right? So they're not instantly ready to come in and start lighting things up. It will be a massive loss if Cole Palmer left. But I have personally felt like if your Kendas and Estevals and Paez's and others start to step up, it could soften the blow left if Palmer did decide to bounce at any point, because he wants to go back to Manchester. I mean, you know what? I've always kind of had this sneaking suspicion that Palmer would one day go back home to Manchester, because I don't know, I just had this feeling. You know, he's been at Man City his entire life, come through their ranks throughout all the age groups. I don't see why, if an opportunity came back, he would say no. I mean, he'll probably double his salary. He'll be back with all his family and friends in the same area. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yes, David. Nini, make a video of you balling. Bro, I don't have... balling. Those types of adjectives can't be applied to me at the moment, man. Yeah? They can't be applied to me right now. Yes, Philip, Nini. Sorry if someone asked, but have you read Path's new article, the bits on Watchalong? No, I've not read his article. If you follow me on Twitter, maybe you can kind of send me the link right now, if it's possible, because I would like to bookmark that and get back to it to see what he's got to say. Is he making like some distinction that maybe Jacque and Watchalong are like similar, or I mean, I don't know. Let me know. Llewellyn, we all knew Palmer would go back. He said himself that he never wanted to leave. I mean, you know what I mean. He did it, left for the right reasons, and yeah, you know, he had offers from West Ham and all these other clubs, Brighton and co. But the mad thing is, if Nkunku never got not even Nkunku, but maybe Chukwuemeka, because they were the two players that got injured at the right time for Palmer to become a viable option. If that never happened, would Palmer even be playing for us? He'd probably be mid-table somewhere. I'm sure getting accolades, but would he be cooking the exact same way, playing alongside worse players? Like, imagine Palmer for Brighton right now. Would it be quite the same? I don't know. I don't know if I'm keeping it real. But you know what? I'm going to kind of just like, you know, puff my chest up. But I think one of the best videos I think I ever made on the channel was that analysis video on Cole Palmer. Because, I mean, I knew about him before already. But I just felt like I knew that this guy, I'm not saying was going to like, you know, just blow up in the league to the levels he did. But I knew that, okay, we've signed a player that's way better than people realize, that was ready to blow. That was what I kept saying. Like, Cole Palmer, this is a guy that's ready to blow. And we're the club now to offer that opportunity. And the rest is history. Yes, Alex, good to see you here, bro. N. Wiley, I'm a bit disappointed we decided to not rest Enzo and Caicedo this game. Palace away on Sunday is more important. That's what I thought, to be fair. I was a bit surprised. I respect that logic from you. I guess the only respite is that he won't be ending the game. Calm. But I mean, God forbid, man, touch wood right now, that nothing happens where these guys pick up any dumb injuries. Like, God forbid that nonsense happens, man. God forbid. Colin King, Atletico plays so bad. Really good when they involve Soloth in the first half, but not good when they stopped using him. Yeah, I mean, there are inklings now that Julian Alvarez might decide to leave Atletico in the summer. Something to watch out for, but I mean, I don't know. Personally, I just feel like I don't really see any fit for him here, as we have so many stylistic comparable players that it will just be too greedy and be very unfocused in my opinion. As I'm saying, you guys, the game's starting in 50 minutes time. If you guys want your super chats answered or any questions prioritized, you guys know what to do, man. But yeah, I've got a few more questions here. Yes, Kevin. Have I heard the Loftus-Cheek links to Aston Villa? Of course I have. Of course I have. Obviously, Kamara, who's one of the most underrated players in the Prem, Kamara doesn't get enough credit. With his injury being a thing now, could be an opportunity for Ruben. Like, low-key, I was kind of hoping that Aston Villa would bag Tammy Abraham. I know they're looking at Mateta at the moment. I know there's been some complications with Besiktas. But Ruben potentially leaving too. I would love to see Ruben go to Aston Villa, because with how Unai Emery likes his midfield to play, like, he actually encourages having midfield players or players that can carry in the middle. And at Milan, I felt like at times he plays more like an attacking mid. And I've never really got this thing where a lot of clubs maybe are a bit reluctant to allow Ruben to just like carry from deep and run up the field. That's what his game's about. You know what I mean? Like, he had one of those classic games against Paris Saint-Germain, I think 2 years back. Not quite the same, but you know what, man? The fact that Ruben, after all the injuries he had, is able to come back and still play at the highest level, says quite a lot about the talent he's always had, right? And if there was ever a what-if player, for me, that would be Ruben. To this day, he's the only player, okay, it sounds a bit hyperbolic, not the only one, but one of the only ones that really played on the same wavelength as Eden Hazard's. Like, I remember the stuff these guys was doing together, man, you know? The little back flicks, you know, Ruben carrying, beating two man, releasing Hazard, vice versa. that season under Sarri, I think a lot of us was just feeling like when Ruben can kind of get in this team, he'll take that 8 spot away from Kovacic and Ross Barkley. And the moment he was able to start doing the tactical stuff a bit, yeah, this guy was looking undefeated. Like, one of my favorite Ruben moments of all time. Remember the loss to Man City in the Carabao Cup? When he did that mad skill, like in the final few seconds of the game, right? When he plays that perfectly weighted ball in behind to Eden Hazard. For me, to this day, Hazard was not offside. He was through on goal then. It felt like that was the moment that was going to win the game. And this is how football is such a cruel sport, yeah? Because if that goal was not disallowed for being offside, I mean, it wasn't like it was scored, but if that moment wasn't ruled out for being offside, and Hazard scores that, that instantly becomes one of like the famous moments that every Chelsea fan will remember. As like, this is one of the top ever assists based on that moment that Ruben created. And that was the type of motion that guy was playing with that season. So to this day, I will never flipping understand why the club had that stupid... I don't think the essence of the friendly, was stupid. It wasn't, but the timing. It's them ones where it's like, if Clearlake did something like this today, made that type of decision that Roman and the man did back all those years ago, you would never hear the end of it. Let's be real. If Clearlake and our director said, you know what, you guys, before the cup final against Arsenal, you're going to play a friendly in the States. Imagine if Clearlake pulled that off. This fan base, they would actually do a real protest this time. But there will be pitchforks. Yeah, there'll be knuckle dusters. You know what I mean? Guys are going to come prepared and equipped if they did that nonsense today. Like, obviously, I'm a bit frustrated with Clearlake. I think, for me, it's the execution of things. I'm looking at this Jack Wade deal. I'm feeling like it's a bit of a Groundhog Day situation where, yet again, this is the top guy. The media brief is saying, yeah, this guy's clear. We see him as this. We see him as that. We see him as a starter. But the most important thing is, if we see him that way, are we going to pay the money to get it done? We've been down this rodeo so many times, and I feel like this is what I get frustrated with, because it's like, if you're not getting your top 1 or top 2 guys, then what are you doing then, realistically? Like, you're not actually improving if you're now resorting to getting the 3rd, 4th, 5th choice options where you're doing... Bro, we've seen our windows offended. Joao Felix for no reason. Norte, desperation, all this stuff. It's not making any sense, is it? So that's where my frustration comes from, is that the execution. Digging themselves a hole from this overspending and this player trading. And it's not like it's the most successful player trading outside of Renato Vega, who got a massive profit. But let's not forget, we wanted 50 million for him. And no club was paying that money. And when Atletico did come closer to kind of matching the offer, we said no. Only to then sell him for way less money to Villarreal. Like, everyone forgets how that deal transpired. But that's my main frustration with Clearlake. But I'm sorry at the same time, man. I do feel like a lot of the fan base has a lot of, sentimental eyes based on how Roman was running the club. And I'm sorry, man, there were so many baffling decisions from these guys. It was actually the lack of decisions sometimes, the lack of strategy. Like, not that I agree with Clearlake being too pro-youth. I just think, yeah, get some youngers, but you can't just only get youngers. I don't want to get into that right now. But the last ownership, man, bro, we had... Who was that? What was the name of that guy who was helping secure transfers that used to get clowned? Macaulay? Nah, what was his name at Chelsea alongside Marina and Petr Cech and all those guys? What was his name when he gave us that diabolical window where we signed like Ross Barkley's and co and Emerson and players like that, mid-table players, with the plan being that, if we're buying all these distressed goods, we can bring their game up. You know what I mean? Bro, let's not act like the previous board wasn't doing so much shithousery and nonsense on a season-by-season basis. And listen, Roman was able to leave here with his reputation held high, because listen, if you guys are into your multiverse stuff and Marvel this and Marvel that, There's another multiverse stream where Roman is still here. The UK government doesn't sanction him, and we're completely finished right now because of all the all the nonsense he's got us into with all these dirty backdoor dealings, all the sanctions that was going to hit us. In a way, like if we didn't have investors coming at the time we did, who could afford to ride all those payments and pay things off right and get on top of things. At the time, there was talks of another transfer ban. Like the fact that we got a transfer ban after winning the Europa League. I mean, if you think about it, is pretty disgraceful, you know, because you're paying guys like Willian and co a bit of money behind the scenes to their agents. The only thing that saved us was Lampard and the introduction of Cobham. But let's not forget that this was the same club that was thinking to sell Reece James to Crystal Palace if it wasn't Frank Lampard stepping in. If Lampard didn't step in, a few of these guys would have got sold. And I'm telling you, that would have been the kickstart of the eternal downhill for us. Yeah? So I'm sorry. Our owners aren't amazing at all, and I'm not here to defend them. But I'm not going to act like our previous owners were just levels just because they did the right thing of getting some sensational players like Drogba, Kante and Hazard for us. I mean, my thing was always this, man, and I've been very consistent. You know, if they ran things a bit better, if they knew when to spend at the right time, had a strategy instead of not really having one at times, you know, there's no way we would have lost our crown, I guess, to the Manchester clubs in the fashion we did. Well, not with the head start we had, yeah? Or the failed moves. Maybe I'll make this video, but there is an now in the history where, you know, we did sign your Dani Alves's, we did sign your Hulks, we did sign your Falcaos, we did sign a lot of the guys that we were supposed to sign, even like Kaká back in the day as well. But then we weren't able to get through for so many reasons. You know, I could actually just do a whole stream on this right now. As I said, I'm not here to be going ban for ban, which ownership's better. That's not the point of what I'm saying. The point I'm making is that things weren't perfect back then either. Yeah, they weren't perfect back then either. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's the story of Chelsea Football Club. Like we're like this poison chalice. Like everyone wants us because of the history, the location. SW6 club in West London. It's one of them ones where if you're able to crack the Chelsea code and make Chelsea like a legacy club, like your Barcelonas and Bayerns and Real Madrids, yeah, you'll have we're like one of the only handful of clubs that could really be on that eternal level because of our location, realistically. Like that's why if you get this club right, you could be looking at some glory years in the future, but it seems like no one knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? And it's always because of the owners. There's always that the decision makers. There's always someone at the top that doesn't get it right. That's the story of Chelsea for me. Anyway, yes, James, how you doing? You think owners will come good, intentions are good, or they just want to flip players for profit? I think if they sell Palmer, it's final straw. I think there's a bit of both. I don't think the intention is to purely sell. Of course, the intention is to flip players, but they're not making money from building up Cole Palmers to flip. No. They're making money from buying your Renato Vegas to hopefully flip. Your Datro Fofanas that's going for F4 right now. That's where it's coming from. And I feel like that distinction gets missed quite a lot, which is a bit, not annoying, but, you know, it's missing the point a bit. For me, I've always said, you're kind of wasting your transfer funds when you're not focusing solely on the first team. Like, for me, man, if I was running this football club, I'm ensuring that the first team is winning first before I start doing side projects like the network club and start taking punts on your Vegas and, you know, your Bono. That's all these random guys that you think, oh, we're getting for a good deal. If they get sold on, we either get money or we take no hit. Calm, but then the thing that's hurting you is time, because you wasted time that could have gone to a better player, more suited, that gets the team there a lot faster. That's the issue. But to answer your other question, if Palmer does leave, it's not because the club had secret plans all along to develop him, miss out on Champions League football and then sell him. No. If Palmer leaves, if Enzo leaves, if these guys leave, for me, it comes down to two things. One, they're not satisfied with the money because they're thinking, I'm sorry, if I don't get Champions League football, I'm not taking a fucking hit on my contract by earning less money. I'm not doing that no more. It's not my fault. Look at my stats for the season. You can see that I was up there. It's all the guys he brought around me that weren't up there. So you're not taking that out of my paycheck. So it will come down to these guys, one, not feeling like they're getting the money they deserve, and two, feeling like the project is just they're tired of it now. But that isn't the club trying to create that condition. What I'm trying to say is that's a aftermath. That's a byproduct of not getting this project right. Eventually, you might create some disillusionment, and man are going to be like, well, why the hell am I going to be at this football club where not only are we not getting CO, not only is this project that was sold to me not projecting, but I'm not even getting the money I should be on. I'm seeing guys like Gertie going for 250k. He'd be the highest paid player in this football club. Why is he? I'm not even on 200 bands yet. Like, what the hell's going on right now? So, yeah, I don't think it's a case of any of that, to be fair with you. You guys, you know what? I should have started the stream earlier if we're going to have this type of talk, you know? Shit. I need to find another time where we can just, like, talk about the club and talk ball. Now, I'll get there. Don't watch. But I'm going to get the stream up now. If you guys need a link to the stream, as always, I'm your plug. I'm your guy. I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I know. Relax. What's the name again? PPV. Yep, you know my thing. PPV. All right. So if you guys need a link to the game, as always, I got you. Let me find the exact link. Yep, here. All right, cool. If you guys need a bloody link, mate, I think I got you, lads. Right here. So as always, pinned comment has the link to the game in case you guys need. We have the game starting in like a minute's time now. One second. Phew. I thought recently my PC's been acting up a little bit, you know. I get this like black screen of death sometimes, which is really, really frustrating. I don't know why it's happening all the time. Yes, Shooter, 2 trophies in 4 years, not the most prestigious ones, but granted, but better than Arsenal who won the league once. I get it, exactly. Dexter, no. Nenians. No, you guys are not the Nenians, yeah? That's crazy talk. Imagine I started calling you guys that though, the Nenians. Lemsy, deep these owners snitch on Roman. Did they snitch on? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was like that. They had to get on top of what happened with Roman though, but that was expected. Bro, everyone forgets when the negotiations were happening. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was already communicated widely. Like the owners knew what they were taking on board. They knew some of the charges that was coming their way that they had to get on top of, and they actually included in their original like 4.25 billion investment. They already included the fact that they're paying off fines, so it's not about snitching. This was all like part of the plan. Stop using Windows. You know what? You're right, man. I'm gonna just put the game on my laptop right now because yeah, don't know what's going on, mate. Okay, come on, boys. Game starting. Let's go. Yes, that's it. What's your score predictions, you guys? How are you feeling about this game? I'm watching the game on BT Sport at the moment. But if you guys need a link, there is a link in the pinned comment. Whoops, let me just turn that down before I get my stream flipping blocked. The fuck's going on? My lord, trying to get me snakes right now. Good grief. But yeah, for me, man, I'm going for like 4-0, 5-0. Like, there's got to be goals today. Real talk. There's got to be bare minimum amount of like 4 goals at least tonight. Yep, 5-0, 3-0. All right, you guys got the same mindset. I'll answer some of your questions on watching the game though. Naba Runduta 332. Palmer needs game time to become the deadly player that he is. Leaving him out is a crime. I don't know. I don't think it's a crime. I think Pafos, you don't use the word crime in a game like this. Palace will be about, and I think you want to kind of get his fitness ready. I think maybe, remember, it's not Rosenia who's picking the team. A lot of times the medical department, as we're learning since Maresca left, the medical department have a lot of say in controlling players returning back to the team. So, again, there's so many things you have to like constantly remember when discussing this football club. It can just make you want to blow your head off. You know what I mean? But it's quite obvious that he can't do back-to-back full 90s. So get him ready for Crystal Palace and let him come back like that. Llewellyn, 5-0. I expect a hat-trick from someone, hopefully, ideally. Or balling behind, Garnacho. If there was one guy that's going to get a brace today, it's probably Garnacho. Good play, Badia. Badia is one of those guys where the easier the opposition, like the better he looks. Neto, all right. Looking like a different guy since he's got this little Mohican low fade taper thing going on. Garnacho. Up against this man. Hato's inside. Waiting to receive. Moises. Back to Badia. We're squeezing Pafos in the half right now. Badia doing right foot passes, yeah? See what I mean by Badia? When's the last time have you ever seen him use his right foot? To play balls over the top to? No respect, man. Yo, I was here. What do you mean, Aiden? You were here. Opulent. Walsh goal incoming. I would like to see Reggie get on the field, Again, my thing is, bro, like, what is the plan going to be for your Miyukas? For your, Miyuka, your Walshers, all these types of guys. We don't have that championship team that we've got under the network. And for some reason, we don't send any of our Cobham stars to Strasbourg. I don't know why. So what is the game plan going to be for those guys? When's Roach going to be ready now to start playing on a more consistent basis? Anyway, we got our first free kick of the game. I'm guessing Reece James has got this in the books. Can we score early on and just completely have nothing to worry about in this game? Not the best delivery from Reece. Not the best, but he's allowed to make mistakes. It's his first game back after, illness, whatever is being affecting him. No. Bro, you played the last game against Brentford, ignore me. But, I mean, for me, I just had this feeling that Reece suffered with the bug. Him, Enzo, and a few of these guys. So, yeah. Hopefully he's a bit better now. Neto. Come on, get out your man. Free space to get forward, man. Squeeze. Pafos keeping the ball. Moved it from left to right a bit too easy. Then ball over the top. Over Hato. Brought down quite well, but Badia saves the moment. Hato heads away. Yeah, it's the Champions League, so you can't be getting complacent. As we saw against Karabakh, yeah? That if there was been one game this whole season that completely surprised me, I would say it was Karabakh. Because the thing that surprised me was just how fit they were and how fast they were. And I get the impression that our players did not expect them to be that physically intense. All that fast. They're like one of the fastest teams I think I saw this season. I was like, shit, these guys, I wonder what their running numbers are for 100 meters, Opulent, I think George, goal and assist in coming to impress a big club to sign. That's if he even gets game time. As we've learned, he's been kind of ostracized a bit as he's getting a move in January. So I feel like he's just bench filler at the moment. And to be fair, listen, if you're planning on selling George, I'll be annoyed that you're going to play him over Reggie Walsh or Emanalo. I mean, come on. It don't make sense to me. Enzo's dropped deep. This looks more like a 4-3-3, then like a 4-2-3-1. Actually, no. I'm capping. Obviously, Gusto's now inverted. Yeah. Llewellyn, I don't like enjoy playing high. He's best playing like a Fabregas role. Let's see. I mean, on paper, there should be moments where Enzo can drop deep at times. Let's see. But that's what should be happening on paper. But being a football player, like imagine, you're playing for Pafos. Like for us, we only care about top 5 leagues and, top 4 clubs. But like if you're a kid that wanted to become a pro, right? You're playing for Pafos, you're living in a beautiful location, yeah? You're probably still earning, 5 figures a week if you're like a first team star, you know? You're traveling the world. You can't really go wrong. Like, you really can't go wrong. Nini, your link to PPV doesn't work. Do we need to register? No, there's nothing that needs to be registered, man. So do not register anything at all. I'm not liable to, any nonsense that happens your way. But bro, I've clicked on the link. It's working fine. So if you have a VPN, always use a VPN for these types of links. Always use a VPN. Anyway, we win the ball back. Delap into the feet of Neto. Neto coming in. Take the shot. Doesn't take it early enough. It was there, bro. It was actually there. Hato gets caught on the ball. Doesn't know what to do then, but he wins it back quite easily. But doesn't keep the ball, and it's a throw into Pafos. Badia gets tight and goes out wide. Hato. Contact against his man. Garnacho. Come on, Hato. Garnacho on the floor, bro. Come on. He's still got the ball. Oh, piss off, Joes. That's so see. But see, Moises is right there to mop danger up then. But they kept the ball quite well then. I have to say. I wasn't expecting them to. With this entire Champions League league rebrand, I think that's probably going to help teams the most like your Pafoses. I mean, the money they're earning from injury already. He was looking quite bright for them. Fair enough. That's a shame. Damn. What's that guy's name? I have no idea, man. Pafos. Like their social media team hasn't even released the lineup, which is a bit mad. All right, we're still waiting for the first shot in the game. Nearly 10 minutes in. Pafos play long and straight to Jorgensen. Badia. Okay, who's between the lines? Enzo's moved to the left pocket. Gusto's in the right pocket. Okay, balls play back to Fofana. Badia. Again, I was a little bit surprised to see Reese playing in midfield, but fair enough. Neto up against his man. Skips past his man, and the second one. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. He's the type of player that could be doing this a bit more consistently. But he just gets stuck in his own head sometimes. But that's a promising little sign then. I feel like Gusto's little inverted runs are dragging Pafos players out wide, creating space for Neto to run inside a bit more. I'm noticing. I mean, I'm sure that Pafos don't really get the experience of kind of playing against inverted football back in Cyprus, right? Okay, Newcastle are taking the lead against PSV. Visser. Reese. It's looking very Maresca coded so far in the first 10 minutes. But you know what it's like, you know, you feel our way into the game, get the first score, and hopefully things open up. Wesley pushes wide. Neto. Nice little back heel pass back to Wesley. First time into Reese. Reese spreads it wide to Hato. And Garnacho. You know, sometimes like when we move the ball, I'm waiting for like the second, third year version of Chelsea. I would love to find more unconventional ways to kind of move the ball. You know, sometimes we can be very like conservative, like, you know, if the ball's on the right hand side, then it has to get played to the left hand side, and it's like we can always see the pass coming most of the time, you know. Garnacho, is he gonna get at his man? Can he? It's going backwards. Enzo this time receives back to Badia. Reese into the feet of Delap, back to Reese. Okay, incrementally found our way up the field now. Neto. Gusto. Backwards again. Come on. Wesley. So at the moment, Pafos are not looking to press us on the ball. So this will be like an interesting tactical game at the moment, in the sense where, you know, this is our kryptonite. Teams that are like, you know what, we're going to protect the blocks. We ain't pushing up. We ain't stepping out. Yes, Carlito MK. Sorry, Nini. What country do you set your VPN to watch the game? Kind of anywhere, bro, to be fair with you. Anywhere that's not where I'm at. I don't like trust these sites completely in terms of the data and stuff, so it's like, you know, just VPN up and, yeah, take it easy. Oh, CFC videos. What a surprise. Nini, I remember you and me were almost the only people always defending David Luiz in the 18-19 season. Best long passes from a defender. Yes, CFC, man. Like, for sure. You know, there used to be such annoying times. I don't know why David Luiz has always just had this, like, Jekyll and Hyde impression in people's heads. I think the rare time he does make a mistake, it's quite bad, and that is what's used against him. But he could do like 9 things really good that's ignored because people just have the mistake in his head still. Yes, it's mad. But I feel like his rep did kind of go up. I think when he went to Arsenal, a lot of Arsenal fans even realised how important his leadership and experience and ball playing was. Gusto just by himself. Where was Neto then? I hate this thing where you have guys just waiting in the box for someone else to deliver the ball. Like if I'm Neto, like surely I'm stretching to the right out wide to help support Gusto to create something better, no? But yeah, the 18-19 season, it's yeah, funny times, man. Some good times though, some memorable times. But some, yeah, awful times. Oh, Reese with that delivery though. All right. Interesting, but again, not really forcing any shots. You know, Rossini said he's all about having high energy, high octane type of starts to the game. It's been the opposite of that so far. 50 minutes in. The complete opposite. Oh, come on, boys. When's the game starting, man? Okay, Garnacho. Does it keep it into Enzo, does he? Yes, Enzo. Great footwork, Enz. Great footwork. Oh, Enzo. Reese, that's it. Oh, that's better. I feel like he didn't perfectly take the ball out of his touch then. It wasn't the perfect setup, but it was a nice moment. You know, a bit of skill, a bit of carrying. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unlucky. That's close. Oh. Come on, boys. That's it. One fairly. Shit. Beautiful from Enzo. Yes, nice try. Close. It's a Japan thing right now in terms of VPN. Yeah, try it. I mean, bro, just experiment to see what works for you. But if anyone needs a link to the game, you're going to find it in the pinned comment, guys. Pinned comment. Gusto. I'm hearing that Gusto's Spotify recommendations are supposed to be like elite. He's getting like a lot of like credit on socials for his soundtracks and playlists. Garnacho outside the boot. I don't know how you could do it, but it's a shame no one's at the back post. But yeah, it is what it is. Neto in swinger. Oh, Enzo Fernandez, bro. Oh, please, I'm praying for the opening goal. Please, man, please give it to us. My lord, like we spammed that cross, yeah, 100 times. Neto. Floated. What, bro, what? A push. Oh, piss off, man. Come on. That's nonsense. But that's not a big enough push to like get an unfair advantage. I don't think so. If there's one thing I'll say about Enzo that Lampard didn't have, you guys are gonna be like, huh? You're locking in right now. What's this guy saying about Lampard? But if I'm being honest, Lampard couldn't score with his head like Enzo can at the moment. At the same age, like at 24, Lampard couldn't score with his head. Like Lampard did that in his like late 20s or 30s. But Enzo's already shown that he's got that heading trait unlocked in his game right now. I mean, if he ever left us, it would be a big loss. Unless, again, the only way I could ever be okay with Enzo leaving us is if the plan is to have a different tactical profile over having an Enzo in that role. You know what I mean? Neto by himself. Where's Gusto? Like, what's that run doing? He's, okay, rotated wide now. Neto's trying to create space for him. Back inside to Reese. It can't just be another cross, you guys. Come on, like, just fashion a new way to create an opportunity, I beg. Neto up against his man. Inside again. Back out wides. If you told me Maresca was the coach and the touchline in this game, I believe you. Wallahi, I believe you, man. Gusto, okay. Fofana. You know, at the moment, your Pafos haven't touched the ball really in like 20 minutes. Moving left to right, left to right, left to right. Are they going to kind of lose concentration eventually? Garnacho getting a bit tired of things, adding some speed and ejection, but not adding the quality in the moment. Wesley. Hato is pushing up now. Who's receiving between the lines? Delap. Not getting much service with that pass. Pafos play it long and easily brought down by Hato then. Good touch. Caicedo. Oh, nice little ball. Oh. Free kick. I mean, personally, boys, I felt like it's pretty harsh to deny Enzo Fernandez then. I thought that was a goal. I don't know how that was disallowed. Very, very weak reasoning, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, surely, we all agree we're on the same page with that one. I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Not good enough.
Day 8. Important game for Pafos, Slavia Prague at home. They have to really try and get something from here.
Okay. Still waiting to really find that moment to unlock Pafos. Ball's moving left to right, left to right. Gusto. Neto inside. Moises spreads it back wide to Gusto again. Oh, dangerous ball from Gusto. Finds Enzo. One back by Hatso. Spreads it wide to Garnacho. Coming inside. Good little reverse ball into Neto. Hatso. Overlapping left and side. Plays across. Pen shouts. Nope. Gusto. Okay, is Maresca managing? I mean, it kind of feels like that low-key, man. Do you think Valentin Balco is a good replacement for Enzo? That is a fascinating one. I mean, I have to really think about that. Oh, good touch by Neto. Very good touch then. Interesting ball to Liam. Good play from Neto. Hato tries to play it quickly to Garnacho. Pafos are giving the ball away for fun at the moment. And Garnacho has the ball. Running at his man. Oh. Garnacho, man. He's yeah. He's raw. He's a raw guy in general, right? Yes. Oh, come on, Neto. Does he keep it in? He can't. But do I think Barco? I think he'd be an interesting option. But I have to think about it, man. You know, if Barco's playing, he's playing in the pivot, right? So it's like Barco and Caicedo. But then you think outside of the technique, and Barco, you know, he's aggressive with it. Is that? I don't know. I think Barco's quite creative, quite tenacious. Oh, so it's a good one, you know. Maybe you're thinking about Barco in the pivot. Gusto. Oh, good composure from Jorgensen then. Very nice composure with the chest. Ever since reports have come out that he wants to move, the club are like, we don't want you to go. We can't afford to go on the market to bring in a goalkeeper. Start playing this guy more. Give this guy more opportunities. But I mean, since it's like poor start to the season, I think Jorgensen's he's looked alright, you know. I thought he had a very good game against Man City. He's kind of, you know, showcasing his passing qualities a lot more now. It's not too bad. Anyway, Neto. Who's going to get tight to him? The run that isn't really stretching no one. Reese. This is like a results match. I just want the result. Oh, Neto. Nice little step over. He's definitely got the left back in this game. But, you know, like barely any quality service to Liam at the moment. And it's still like cross football. I mean, listen, I've made this, you know, opinion a lot. I'm sure you guys share the same one. But when you watch games like this, sometimes it's not like the most entertaining. It's, yeah. I call this like Netflix football. You know, you could just be on your phone. You could be on Twitter. You could be doing a lot of other things as you're like second screening this game, because there's nothing really that you're missing out on at times. Outside of the goals and the moments and set pieces, you know where the ball's moving like 99% of the times, right? Garnacho. It's just like refusal to have any overlaps, really, against this team. Say less. Say less. Yep. Gusto in the pocket doing what? Moises back to Fofana. What do you like commentate on, really, when you're watching this? What's your thoughts on the game so far, man? How are you guys feeling about this? For me, this is a Netflix game of football. It doesn't need your focus right now, but if you want to watch it, cool. If you don't, you know, as long as you're alert for the goals and the set plays, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Garnacho, oof. He was never going to get that. CFC, Enzo joined exactly 3 years ago. How would you summarize his Chelsea career so far? I think, he's been one of our best players for sure. He's definitely not been a flop. He's definitely not been a duds. You know, I still feel like there's even more to come from him. I mean, his deal expires in like 2030 something, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But I think there's more to come from Enzo. Oh, corner, near post again, dealt with by Pafos. Reece James with another in-swinger. But yeah, I think Enzo has been successful. He hasn't been a duds. But again, there's a bit more to come from him. And I think my only thing I'll keep saying is that he's one of those players that can pull off the spectacular a bit more. I feel like because he could be like a top 10 midfield player in the world, I need to see that iconic pass or assist or the goal or, you know, like the game-changing moment or skill, like just a little bit more consistently. That's a little bit more consistently. That doesn't take away from what he's done for us, but I just feel like with a guy like this, he can produce those moments more. And I think for his legacy to only keep going upwards as he gets older, I want to see the spectacular come off a lot more from Enzo, you know? He's had some nice moments here with the little footwork to create the opening for Reece James. Calm. I respect that a lot of times he's doing the tactical job as well, you know. You know what I mean? So you can't express yourself as much. But I feel like Enzo, yeah, he can definitely be that guy for us. Boat 949, low block first Chelsea, background noise for a nap. Exactly. This is what I mean. It's, you know, it feels like the game's played at like one boring tempo. There's, you know, we don't do anything unpredictable in the build-up. There's not like a little 1-2 out from nowhere or a pass that, you know, skips a few moves to kind of quicken the pace. Or someone's like, F, I'm going to carry and take a shot from, you know what I mean? It's... Agreed, Nike football. I mean, I don't know, man. Again, like, I respect the football thing, but also I'm a fan at the same time, right? You want to be entertained. Good story. I mean, you can make the argument the opposition aren't helping by only sitting back and doing nothing. And let's not act like under, you know, in our past, we weren't also having these types of games against smaller teams, you know? Like, remember that game against Sparta Prague where it took like Hazard's goal right near the end to get us through? We were awful in that game. Anyway, I got a super chat here. Unknown Agenda. Love for that, bro, as always, man. Thank you so much, man. You're always sending me love for the super chats, man. I appreciate it. This ref sucks toes. Who's got his addy? I don't, you're right. I don't get this referee. He might be sucking something else more than toes, but that's, hey, pause. But I don't know, man. He just seems very soft, like these soft European refs that have never managed contact in their entire life. I still can't get over the fact that Enzo's goal was disallowed. I mean, that was just nonsensical, in my opinion. Absolutely nonsensical. Don't foul him, Reece. What's the point, bro? Okay. They still kept it. Pafos. That's hilarious, man. The first only moment in this game and they nearly take the lead. I don't know why I'm laughing. I should be like a lot more shocked, but it's like the first exciting moment in this game, and it's not coming from us. Oh, nah, that's not a handball. That's, yeah. We got away with that one. But that's not a pen. It came off his boot, came off his arm. Absolutely not. Not on second contact, no. But my lord, man, it's just like games like this. Do I need to see Reece James and Caicedo? I don't think I have to, boys, you know? We have to start seeing some solutions against the low block teams now, you know? This is like Enzo Maresca shit right here. Just like, bro, keep it back 4, keep it 2 at the back, have the fullbacks overlap, please, man, please. What's the point? You know, Gusto, my right back. I just hate saying the same stuff all the time, man. It's so boring just repeating yourself. I'm one of those guys where I can't repeat myself too much because I just lose motivation. I can't do it, man. Again, if there's these funny guys. But man, games like this, I feel for the Orsic is at Pafos. He was at the Prem. He was at the Ultimate Team, Team of the Season guy, right? What? Why would he do that though? Let's get a yellow like that for no reason. That's so dumb, man. It looks like the second half will be a bit more. Again, you're waiting for Esteval to come on. You're waiting for some of the youths to come on and have a bit of fun, right? But I'm just thinking against Pafos, man. You know, do I need this pivot? You know, I'd rather see Reece where Fofana is. You know, I'd rather Gusto's just wides. Like, you know, it's just pedestrian. I make the same complaints all the time. I just feel like it's just boring to repeat myself now. Oh, yeah, man. But you know what? I hate it because I physically just feel myself getting a bit tired. Like, am I the only one? Do you guys ever get that as well? When you watch, like, it's not all our games, but like this particular type of game. Do you guys ever feel like the yawn's coming on or your eyes are getting heavier? Or is that just me? But Boat 949, yep. Racinia wasn't advertising this. Vinicius, bro, you need goals. Goals will be important for the classification, for sure. For sure. Listen, there's a time where Enzo's goal is not disallowed for stupid reasons, and I'm sure where, you know, the games open up, you know what I mean? But I just feel like, can we not maybe just find a bit more moves now with the ability to play through these teams? You know, I feel for the striker, Delap. I mean, what service is any striker going to get? You know, us Chelsea fans criticize Pedro's and Delap's not being good enough, but I'm sorry, if we had Erling Haaland, I still believe that he'd be suffering because he wouldn't get the quality of service. That's a goal. Oh, fuck. What a save. Hato. Go Nacho. Oh. That was a top save. Unreal save from that Pafos goalkeeper then. Close range. Look at that. Caicedo. Oh, okay. It's kind of straight at the keeper as well. They needed that type of like Willian Everton type of finish then, you know. He brings it down very nice though, Moises, but it's straight at the keeper. Good save though, good save. And Badia just desperately close. Moises, Hato. Reece, yep, that's it, Hato, carry it. That's it, Enzo, played. A bit of energy now. That's it. It doesn't play the pass good, so now he does. Oh, it's behind to Wesley though. Oh. Every time a pass goes slightly behind, you just give the opposition more time to get back in position then. Delap, can he force a shot? I mean, you have to force something, right? If you're getting no service. The thing, everyone, okay, Mark, how did Jackson get so many matches to miss though? Everyone forgets this. With Jackson, you got to see it like this. If there was like 5 games he played, there's one game where Jackson got 5 chances, and there was 4 other games where Jackson got 1. That was his whole time here. Like Jackson was not getting 5 chances a game. Like if you go to SofaScore, you can have a look, bro. Look at some of the games, especially during the Baron run, where the final goal you scored came against Brentford in December, and you never scored for like 3-4 months. You'll see that he was getting 1 chance in a game sometimes, or 2. I mean, this is the thing with the strikers. Yeah, you don't get nothing. You know, you're focused more on like, you know, pinning the defenders. You're focused more on, you know, fighting for space in a congested box. You know, it's hard. But that's what I'm saying, Andrew. Pass left, pass right. I know, man. It is a bit painful from a spectator point of view. I'm sorry, it is. It's like, what can I comment on other than things that's not attached to the game? It's Hatzog. I mean, I don't know why he's not given the license to kind of overlap a little bit more. I don't think a flipping back 3 is needed whatsoever, man. Delap holds it. Caicedo spreads it to Hatzog. Hatzog makes the overlap. Garnacho comes inside. Good play to Enzo. Played Enzo. Good footwork. Adam ponders, Jackson was a great ball carrier. We need that badly. Again, Kudus was a must sign. Yeah. One video I was going to release in the summer that I couldn't release was talking about Maresca 2.0. I mean, Chelsea 2.0. Because I just know, man. I know that I just feel it in every fibre of me. That Kudus was going to be key to Maresca's plans this season. Like, absolutely key to his plans this season. Because we don't have that carrier in the middle. Or that guy who can relieve pressure at times, you know? I feel like at times it's like another guy needed in the attack just to kind of help make sense of things. But I don't know, he didn't get the deal done. I also think Kudus is kind of... I don't think he's stupid, actually, because the club did snake him before he went to West Ham. I don't know why we didn't bag him back then. It's insane to me. I don't know, man. But yeah, Reece has been very... it's not been bad, but he's just not been spectacular. Enzo's been good, though. He's fashioned a few things. Nice pieces of footwork here and there. You know? He can't really do anything with the passing. But again, good play, Enzo. Again, he's fighting. Do we keep the ball there? No, we don't. But Pafos, force to play long. Easily dealt with then. Mr. Ratchet, bro, with respect, Kudus isn't it. Now he is. I don't care what he's doing at Spurs in their little mid-system. Kudus, yeah, he is. Sometimes with great players, yeah, they need to be around other great players. They have to be in the right system. It's not just... I always make this point. If he had Iniesta from Barcelona and he was playing for Stoke City, is Iniesta going to Iniesta the same way? Absolutely not. Yeah? Absolutely not. So that's what... For me, that's the art behind building great football teams. I feel like at times we don't always see a great football team built. I think Paris Saint-Germain are like one of the latest examples of a team being built. I think Barca are maybe nearly there as well. But PSG are like the example of like everything's spot on. We've seen great examples too, like the Monaco team that had Mbappe, Falcao, Silva, Bakayoko, Fabinho. You know, perfect type of football for their game plan. Liverpool under Klopp, an example. I'd say one of my favourite teams I used to really enjoy watching, which is random. But if you guys remember Zenit St. Petersburg, when they had Danny and Arshavan, and who was that striker up? Not Pavlyuchenko, it was another guy. But the football they played, yeah, absolutely unreal. Unreal football. They're like some of like the, you know what I mean, like the great teams that are built, everything's perfect. You know, I think Villas-Boas was nearly there too with Hulk and Falcao, and you know all those other Moutinho and players like that. You know, but I feel like in the Prem you don't always really get that level of balance, right? Anyway, Enzo, take the shot, please. He kind of hesitated a little bit then. Oh, Caicedo again outside the box. Good shot. Good save. Hato. Can we kind of like sneak this goal in before the halftime whistle blows? Garnacho, back to Reese. Reese. Fofana. Personally, man, if I was going to make a sub, I'm probably taking off... Oh, Gusto. The first time his run gets found. Garnacho is just like, yeah, it's a pass. Easily dealt with. All right. But that's the first time Gusto has received, making a run in between the pockets then. Delapped, no service again. Jaja. But you're just waiting for Pafos to run out of a bit of steam for this game to kind of go up now. It feels like, do you guys think we purposely play like this? Oh, shit. Damn. That was a good tackle. I can't lie. All the way back to goal. Pafos in the half. Can we force a turnover before the half-time whistle? Delap. Come on, apply that pressure. Oh. Caicedo, okay, out of play. Low, is it just me or does Hato play like he's about to fall over? We need Joga Benito. Yes, Neto is. But bro, you waited a long time to make that post about Neto, to be fair. Okay. Nini, would you go for Philip Mateta? I mean, there's a time I would have, but I don't think now. Omega's coming in like, what, 5 months' time? You can't sign him now, you know? That window's gone now. If you never sign Omega, you could talk, but you can't do that now. Oh, good recovery tackle then from Garnacho. Badia, Wesley. Moises, Reese, same pass again. Enzo. Again, Garnacho has 2-3 guys down his way. And yeah, you don't have to footwork like that, man. Like, ideally, you want Garnacho kind of arriving in space, getting on the end of moves. That's his thing, really. Like, he's not like a terrible dribbler, but it's not like his main element. He's got some close control, yeah, but that's pretty much that, really. Like, there's not going to be like a dribbling catalogue of Garnacho's like greatest carries or Garnacho's greatest 1v1 moments. Like, you'll probably never ever see that compilation on YouTube. I couldn't tell you one of Garnacho's classic runs. This obsession of inverting needs to stop. Wingers, I said exactly, man. I just don't understand why I got to suffer through inverted guys in positions they shouldn't be in against a team that is refusing to press or step up. I just... I mean, I'll give credit to Pafos. For some reason, I thought they'd be an easy meal. I don't know why I did, but they're like 13th in the table. But I just thought that there could be a bit more space, but they did their playbook and they're like, you know what? We're not going to be easy to... We're not going to come in to be victims at Stamford Bridge tonight. That's what they came out to do. Oh, my lord, bro. I'm actually suffering right now, man. I feel like this is why, I don't know, on a personal note, like some of the match reviews don't do as well as they used to do in previous seasons, because I get it. You watch a game like this, like what moment is there to relive? Or what big discussion is there to have? You know, it's just the focus is on, oh, the club, Clear Lake, this, that. But I can't talk about that 24/7, man. Gusto, oh my lord, man, this. It's just the same pass. You're not even moving up the field. Like, what's the point? Like, pass. Gusto, you're not like, fuck it. Let me go down the byline and let me surprise these, man. And let me go and put a cross in the books. All right, Hato. And I talk. That was the moment then. That was the moment to get the goal. But again, it's not my winger. It's my left back that's there. Fair enough. It's not my attack. It's not Enzo. It's my left back. Like, ideally, yeah, if you were gonna play this inverted football, I'm sorry, you should have signed Gavardio. Like, when we were gonna pay 88 million, like, you pay that money if you're gonna have Gavardio, because Gavardio is like the freak inverted player that he's like a winger, he's a midfield. You know what I mean? Then I would understand why it's like cool, but. It's just so fucking boring, bro. I'm sorry for swearing. Hopefully no kids are about, but it's just so fucking boring. Please, Racina, second half. Enzo, play deeper. You don't have to play attacking mid today. You don't need Caicedo and Reese for these, man. That's overkill. You know what I mean? Esteval, let this guy operate between the lines, offer a bit of sight, a bit of youthfulness, you know? Those types of fans that complain about Esteval taking shots when he shouldn't and not playing in his teammates. No. That's what everyone else does. They don't want to take responsibility. They want to move it on. We don't need more NPCs playing. We need something different. Fuck me, man. It's so boring. I mean, listen, we had some good moments. Listen, Enzo's goal should never have been disallowed. Absolutely criminal. Hato in the end, great chance to take the scoring. But again, your left back's there for some reason. Bro, you guys, if you got something exciting to say about this game, please get involved, man. I'm running out of characters in my brain right now. Why on earth play Gusto instead of our wingers? I mean, Racina doing his best Maresca impression tonight. I don't get it. Simon Vino, left back and DMs are the guys having shots. My lord, help us. I know. What can Liam do in a game like this? You know, Garnacho, has he taken one shot in this game today, Garnacho? I don't think he has, bro. It's baffling. Raja, Reese is very slow in the midfield, for sure. You know, I get that he's probably suffered with a bit of illness, fair enough, but it's been a very subdued performance from Reece James at the moment, I have to say. Very subdued. Thank you, bro. 77211. Ha! Thank you for that, bro. Love for that. Your question. I don't think Racina is an inverting style manager, only trying different tactics. I believe he's treating these types of games as pre-season. Well, this is why I love you guys in the community, man, because I'll be honest, my brain wasn't even going there. But I'm glad you've now brought up an interesting conversation for us to kind of sink our teeth into. In the meantime, let me answer the smaller super chat first. Unknown Agenda, thank you, bro. Time for some Lego building at halftime. We are finished. We're going to be known for being the Lego team. You know, that wasn't something that had to be released publicly, to be fair with you. That's funny. But you guys, let's focus on what 72 is saying, yeah? I don't think Racina is an inverting star manager, only trying different tactics. I believe he's treating these types of games as a pre-season. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, he doesn't really have much time to work on many things. I'm trying to understand the utility behind why. I mean, listen, I'm sure at times we're going to have to kind of revert to playing this way in the bigger games. I mean, our end of season run is going to be make or break because all the hard games come in the final 10 games of the season. So I feel like this setup, obviously, as we've seen this season, it gives us a real foundation to be able to compete in. So I guess you don't want to kind of completely, you know, lose your chemistry with it, right? Fair enough. But, you know, at times I just feel like a bit of variation, you know, against this type of team. I'm sure, you know, why can't we end the game playing this way instead of starting the game playing this way? I know it's a very simple-minded remark to the question he brought up, but I don't know, man. I'm still trying to process the boredom from that first half. To be fair with you, but we've seen a few tweaks from Rossonero already, right? In terms of the Charlton game, that was really his. Again, I was expecting that type of Charlton-esque performance, to keep it real. That's what I thought the game plan would be today. Like his own little personal tweaks here and there. You know, more focus on the wide centre backs overlapping instead of Malo Gusto playing that role. That's what I was expecting to see. So it's been a bit of a surprise that this is like more of like a flat back three at times with a 3+2 build up. I don't know. It's an interesting one, but maybe there's a reason behind why Rossonero. Maybe this is going to be the Champions League tactic. You know, this is where it's knockout football. Against every team we play in the CL, we're going to maintain this way of playing. It's going to grind out results against the smaller clubs. It's going to be a weapon for us against the bigger teams. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Unknown. I had another super chat here. Yes, Jonathan Joker, thank you, bro. Gonna try to go to the away game versus Everton. Can't wait. Yeah. Good luck. Hope you get the tickets for that, man. Should be good. Joe 4030. So Enzo left, and we are playing like we are under Enzo. That's not playing it safe if we are risking our Champions League so-called ambition. I mean, we just have to hope that second half the goals come, man, and the excitement comes when the youths come on the field. But I hear what you're saying. But does anyone have any opinions on the question posed by 721? Do you guys think maybe that he's treating this game like a preseason game for a reason? Is there like a bit of method behind the madness? I mean, what do you guys think? Frosty, Esther, wow. That's what I need in this game right now, man. Oh, Liverpool take the lead against Marseille. It's a Boschlei. Master free kick taker. That was a nice one. And yeah, Newcastle, the Leeds. Calm. Trendy Rio. The team is probably used to playing with Maresca's tactics, so Liam probably has to use his tactics fair. You're not going to kind of flip the script too drastically when there's no time to work on things, right? I guess maybe against Brentford, I know there was a lot of talk from Carragher around us forcing the play a bit too much in the middle. How much of that was players not being on top form because of illness? And how much of that was maybe the tactics encouraging something that shouldn't be encouraged? But I guess you could argue in every game that Rossonère's taken over at the moment, we have actually approached the game a bit differently. The game plan was Brentford was different. The Charlton game was a lot more ambitious. And this game is like going back to type. So, I don't know. Food for thought. Vice, second half is going to be intense. Let's hope so, man. Intensity for the good reasons. Nearmal, hopefully he knows the importance of 3 points. It seems like it with this setup. Barca 2-2, Slavia Prague. Okay. All right. I need to, I'm looking forward to the highlights afterwards. CFC, where's the urgency when we start attacking? Sometimes we move the ball so slow. We need to win this game, I know. I just don't get why you would waste a half sometimes against a team where you don't really have to make it that hard for yourself, you know? Ideally for me, man, I'd show you guys what I'd be doing in a game like this. I don't think Enzo has to be between the lines today. I just rather this guy influences a bit deeper. Reece James, you know what I mean? You could play him where Fofana is or Gusto is, but to be fair, I'd rather keep this guy for Crystal Palace. I'd probably take him off. I don't have to force Reece in every game. And it's just the guys I'm using now between the lines. You know, I think Esteval, hopefully he's okay. I don't know how well he's recovered. Rosina said that he's okay. I think that is the injection of pace that we need a little bit in the middle. And Gittins would be quite nice, but I don't think you want to force too much. I just think really It just comes from how we use the fullbacks, man. You know, the only time Gusto, who's always been in these pockets trying to pin guys for some reason, the only flipping time this guy has been able to get on the end of a pass in this position came near the end of the first half, when he kind of just whipped in that ball to Garnacho, who wasn't ready to set his body up then. But what is the utility of that inverted role when it's that one run's only worked one time in like 45 minutes? Like, it just feels like sometimes it's like a little bit waste of time, man. A little bit for me. Again, maybe I'm a fan. It's the I'm being emotional. I'm focusing on the entertainment. I'm not seeing things like a coach. Fair enough. But come on, man. I don't need to see Gusto fucking here, bro. Let him be here. Let's overlap in being a byline bastard. You know what I mean? Neto, he can, if he wants to be here, let him be there. You know what I mean? Let him come inside. At least force some goddamn shots, at least. You know what I mean? And even Hato, like, we're keeping 3 guys back for what counter-attacks from Pafos, really? Like, always inside, always inside, always inside. Why is he not allowed to come out here at time? Like, why don't we ever see a bit of variation where sometimes it's the overlap, sometimes it's the underlap? I mean, I don't know, man. It's the game that hard sometimes, yeah? Is the game really that hard? I don't know what to tell you, man. Llewellyn, I like seeing Caicedo pushing higher alongside Enzo, but currently nobody is making movement in between them. Midfield and defense, no passing lines are being created. Exactly. This is like who you're playing forwards to Liam, who's pinned back by someone, and all he can do is play it backwards. You know what I mean? We're not doing enough to stretch their defense enough. It's not enough to have only one guy as the outlet out wide all the time. You need to have 2 guys sometimes, you know? When we saw that Charlton game, pretend for the sake of this argument that Fofana is the wide centre-back or whatever, those constant underlaps and overlaps from Achimpong, like, was it not allowing Gittins to be Gittins a bit more? Did it not stretch Charlton? Did we not, like, create more than just the cutback cross inside the books? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ankit, how was Enzo's goal a foul? That was absolute nonsense. Completely agree. Absolute cap from the referee. Absolute nonsense. No way in a million years was that ever a foul. Never. Maybe a light bulb. Pep talk at halftime. Let's see. We've lost to Cluj FC of Romania, Maresca's first season. No, yes, we did. Raz, I'm sick of Enzo's position in the half space. I'd rather see Caicedo in that role and Enzo deeper. Right at the end, they swapped and created that Hato chance. I feel like that little variation, a little bit, you know what I mean? But I wonder, like, you know, like when coaches say they need like a year, 2, 3, fair enough. My interpretation of that has always been, you can do the foundational stuff in your year 1. And I think foundational football is like what we see, like a very rudimentary, conservative approach to playing the system. But I guess when the players have like kind of mastered the basics and have like everyone's got the in sync mentally with each other, then does that allow a bit more flexibility where you're going to see, I don't know, Enzo rotating with Reece and Caicedo simultaneously in the middle, and then the inverted left back and winger doing the same thing? Is that why managers kind of take their time a bit? And they have to do things season by season. I mean, that's the only argument I have. That could be the case, you know what I mean? I know it takes a lot of time to build that type of chemistry between everyone. Let's see. 1988. We can't break down teams all the ways the same. As soon as they put men behind the ball, we go sideways. I know, man, it's ridiculous. Not gonna lie, Nina, you need mods. Some people speak nonsense in this chat. But I'm not seeing anything at the moment just yet, man. Oh, AJ. Nini, you're the biggest brown envelope for Blue Coin. You guys, you know what's been actually annoying me in some of my latest videos? I just don't understand why I get this Blue Coin defender rep. Like, do you guys, have you noticed it? Not that you'd even care. But I don't understand why I personally get the Blue Coin defender rep. For defending what? I don't understand what I'm defending them from. I keep noticing it too much. And I don't know why it just annoys me. It's just like, what do I say that like makes me a blue code stan? A brown envelope for blue for what? I can't even be getting into this now. Tyler, good to see you, Tyler. In deep block systems, space is tiny. Exactly. Possession-heavy football only works if players are technically proficient. They must act quickly, minimize touches. Too many touches equals attack breakdowns. You're right. I also think to like really master playing this type of football too, I feel like it's a combination of like the right profiles on your team and the right approach, right? And what I mean by profiles is if you had two like, you know, classic attacking mids, and I've been making this prediction. Let's say you had like Palmer and Esteval. Let me just make this example real quick. Imagine you had these guys constantly between the pockets and the lines every single time. Would that not potentially elevate what you do in terms of finding solutions against the, you know, against these low block teams? Because for me, it makes sense because Esteval, who's going to do a half-turn touch or do a piece of skill with a Cruyff, or has the close control to drive through the middle and attract guys onto him, won't that be like a better interpretation of what you do breaking the low block? Like, I felt like at some point, like if Chelsea are going to be like the super blue code team, whatever, surely it means you have Esteval and Palmer playing every game all the time, right? You know what I mean? Like, surely at some point, we have to see Palmer and Esteval as these guys, right? But it seems like subs are coming on. Yes, Esteval is coming on, and it seems like my prayers have been answered. It's looking like Enzo Fernandez is in the pivot. Thank you, Rocinho. We didn't need Enzo playing attacking mid today. We did not need that. It seems like Enzo is back here with Caicedo. That's what you need today, man. And it's Esteval who's going to be the guy to link the play now down that side. I'm also praying that Gusto won't be fucking inverting 24/7. I don't think I need to see this guy inverting for no fucking reason. I'm getting a bit tired of it. But it seems like that's what we're doing second half right now. Okay, Seaver's on. I'm a diehard fan, bro. Because you have a calm demeanor, people think if you aren't crying, you approve of what's happening. Exactly. I feel like I've been quite consistent in terms of how I talk online, you know? It's because you give positive spin on situations instead of being negative all the time. Like, even, I understand, but like when I talk, in my head, I'm not thinking, how can I find a positive way from this? I just think when you're just a bit balanced sometimes, it's like, not everything is super terrible and not everything is amazing. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that we complain about, if there was like a scale, right? A lot of the things that we have issue with is kind of like in the middle a bit more. It's not as extreme down either side is how I see things. So it's like, if it's not like down the extreme, then I don't need to like exaggerate how I talk. But if I see that something's down the extreme, then I'm going to say it's down the extreme. You know what I mean? That's like my perception of how I talk and see things. Anyway, Pafos, good recovery tackle then from Fofana, good play. Southern Sweet, fastest way through a low block is through the middle, not from side to side. Exactly. Wolf, Nini, you were just disrespecting Roman for a few bad transfers and bigging up Blue Code before kickoff. Wolf, how the hell did you listen to me? And all you took from what I said at the start was Roman bad, Blue Code good. I'm sorry, bro. That's poor. You're smarter than that, man. There's no way. I don't believe you're being honest when that's the only takeaway that you had. That I was saying Roman was bad and bigging up Blue Code. Nah. If that's all you got from that, then I don't know then. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say to you, bro. Bro is too chill. I'm tired of this shit bias Neto in the cam position, yet great changes for the win. Modern day scroll culture doesn't take kindly to anyone. Exactly. But I think, you know, I like this community because I feel like, listen, a lot of us, we're not dumb guys. We just want a bit more from the talk than just the same olds. You know what I mean? This is good, this is bad. I'm not disrespecting people that like ball like that, but you know what I mean? For me, it's a little bit boring to just kind of see things that way. You know, I mean, I'll tell you one thing as well too, like on a personal note. I'm not really like revealing my personal life too much. But I was told by like my partner to try and get tested for ADHD. So I must have done a test for ADHD like maybe 3 years ago, or 2.5 years. You know, the NHS, man, you're on the waiting list forever. I completely forgot I even did it. I got a call like last month to take a test. I got my results back, and they said that they said that there was 6 criteria boxes for ADHD, and I had like all 6 of them plus an additional one. So they said that I've got inattentive ADHD or ADHD inattentive. I mean, I'm not an expert on this stuff, to keep it real. So it looks like I'm gonna have to start doing these like therapy courses, and it looks like I'm gonna have to start taking the meds as well, which I'm not too sure about taking the meds. I take meds sometimes, but I don't like really abuse them or use them too much. Like even like paracetamol and stuff. Like if I'm ill, I kind of just ride it out naturally, and prefer more holistic type of measures, you know. So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff you know, going on in the life right now. But I don't know, I just felt like now that I'm getting married in September, I just felt like as you get older, I think it's always good for any person to kind of understand themselves a bit more and their nuances and little things like that. And for me, I was kind of like, well, if I'm going to have kids one day, you know, I kind of want to make sure that I kind of know me a lot more before I start trying to raise life forms. You know what I mean? I don't know why I call my future kids life forms. That's a bit mad, but but yeah, I'm guessing none of you guys, does anyone have ADHD in this chat or anything like that, or taking meds for it or something, or don't take the meds? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Meds, zombie. I'm not trying to turn into a zombie, man. Like the guy that diagnosed me was telling me that all his patients that have taken it have said it's like a night and day type of switch that goes off. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know if I would just try it just to see what it's like, but I don't know if I would regularly take it, you know? Try diet and food before meds, yeah. It's very powerful stuff. You look healthy and communicate well. I try it. But I feel like if you guys watch me talk when I first started YouTube, I look back, man, I'm like, who the hell was this guy? My voice sounded completely different. I was not comfortable at all for years, to be fair with you. Actually, don't do that. Don't look at my older videos. Do not do that. I got ADHD too, never took meds though. That's what I'm saying. Like they told me, NHS said you either take meds or you take this course. So I picked the course because it's like I'm not trying to introduce things to my body that I've never introduced before. I want to take things, I want to at least know how to kind of manage things with like habits and routines before. I don't believe in just taking drugs for everything like this American approach. Absolutely not. But I did feel like, when I do my work and stuff, if I'm being honest, even from when I was young, I've always had a bit of difficulties with, energy levels, self-motivation, work, procrastination. Like I fidget quite a lot. I'm quite, my mind races quite a lot. I always felt like there was something maybe a little bit different, to be fair, but I didn't really think much of it. And it wasn't until my girl pushed me to try and get tested before I actually did something. Oh, Esteval on the volley, getting the crowd up. That was what was needed right now. See that pass from Enzo? This is what I want to see when Enzo's fucking deeper, man. Who is playing those balls outside of Enzo? Like, how is it not the common sense to have Enzo deeper against low blocks? It's common sense, man. Ooh, come on, put the pressure in. Do we win that back? Yes, played Neto. Good play. Spreads it wide to Caicedo. Oh, yes, the vow. This is what the game needed, man. It needed him. Just like playing as the attacking mid, just like floating between the lines. Oh, that touch from Caicedo, that was nice. Leon, Big Pharma cashed them checks and it's cheap on the NHS and the courses. Yeah. I mean, I'll do the courses first and then I'll see. I don't know. I have to think about it, to be fair, before I think about mids. I remember the Young Nini days, classic. Chelsea are worse than the dog mess tonight. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, bro. I do not blame you, man. I'm talking about my ADHD and not the game. So that's telling you everything, basically. You know? This is why, like, boredom hurts me even more, because it's like, oh, my brain is just wants to go to sleep right now. Big K, I don't have ADHD, so I don't know if it's right for me to speak on it. But personally, I think you should not take the drugs. Then you should just be yourself as long as you're comfortable and happy. Now, I respect for that, man. Again, I'm not looking to find like a quick fix solution. I'd rather kind of find more like coachable, like, you know, routines to kind of help with certain things compared to just like being on drugs forever now. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about that. Llewellyn Nini, I was a pharmacy manager for 2 years and have schizophrenia. No meds, I'm good. Your body won't function once you take the meds. For your health, don't take it. Okay, I appreciate that. I'm also going to do some research too. I'm not going to be taking nothing. I've done Adderall. Honestly, just locks you in, makes you indistractable. Honestly, if it doesn't impede your day-to-day, just take it when you need it. You know, sometimes I need it, sometimes, I'll be honest. You know, I wouldn't say personally I'm like the best worker, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like I could definitely level up a lot in terms of just, you know, efficiency and work rate and focus, you know. I get distracted too easily. It's like if I'm doing a video, I'm doing some analysis thing, I open one tab and then the tabs end up being like 25 tabs open because I'm just going through these rabbit holes, losing track of time, and then I'm like, oh shit, like, you know what? It's 4 p.m. already. It's not good, man. It's not good. And I'm just thinking, like, if I'm gonna have kids one day too, doing the channel, looking after kids, your life goes up like 2 times in intensity. I feel like I need to kind of have a few little things patterned before, you know, I go through all of that. Boat 949, I have it and don't take meds. Struggled as a kid. That's because the system isn't set up for those with ADHD. As an adult, no issues, and I have a loving family and love my life. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear, Boat. That's really good to hear. That is good. The JM, ADHD makes addiction easy, and Adderall is so addictive. It will just start when you need it, and you will end on it 24/7. Okay. Yeah, man. You guys are giving me a lot of things to think about in regards to being very careful with the meds. So I thank you for you guys obviously taking time out from the game to share your thoughts, man. Really appreciate it. I mean, Neto and Swinger. Oh. Opulent Nini, would you still follow Esteval's career even if he left? Thoughts on his talent? For sure. You know, I learned a valuable lesson when I used to hate watch Barcelona as a kid. I mean, again, you know, I'm younger, immature. Barca was like the team I hated back when I was young. And it was like, I get why kids these days love to hate watch. I mean, we all do it when you're a football fan, right? Oh, Enzo again. Unlucky. Gusto, useless. But I just feel like sometimes when you're a fan of the game too, man, you just want to make sure like you've seen the best talents of the generation, because they're going to be the lifelong memories. And I'm just grateful that I can say like I generally saw all the moments live when Messi created his highlight reels, his highlight reel moments, you know, the goals against Getafe, all the Champions League goals, all the Real Madrid games, all the Clásicos. I was even at the Champions League final between Barca and Man United. I was there at Wembley. It's, you know, I can say that I got to witness the greatest player in football history. So I'm not saying Esteval is going to be on Messi's level, but I think for his generation, he'll be right up there with Yamal. And they'll be the new kings of this generation. So, man, if you love your football, you have to make sure that, you know, you're part of these conversations over history, right? Gotti Reyes, how you doing, bro? Nini the God, love for that, man. JM, just ask for cognitive behavior therapy. It really helps. I mean, I think that's what I'm going to be having soon. I'm going to get my first session for that. I think by next week is what they're saying. And it's going to be online, I think. So, yeah, going to see how it goes. To Benini, you should open up more. This was a good chat. I'm not like the most... Like, if people really know me, then yeah, they'll say I'm even more different to how you guys... like see me most of the time, you know. Like if you are my girl would say, did you guys ever watch My Wife and Kids? Because my girl would say I'm probably like obviously Michael Kyle then from that show. That's how I am with her most of the time. But I don't know, like sometimes like when you put yourself online, if I'm being honest with you guys, when I did the YouTube stuff, yeah, I never went into YouTube thinking, oh, this is gonna be like a job or something I'm gonna be doing full time. You know what I mean? When I got into YouTube, it was purely, let's have a hobby so I can talk football, and it kind of just grew from there. So I didn't really have the intention. So like when it did become a thing, I was like, you know what? I know what it's like online. I think it's a bit risky when you want to kind of, oh, Neto, good shot. Esteval's there for the rebound, unlucky. Forcing a lot more in the second half compared to the first half, to be fair. But I don't know, like, I just felt sometimes when you just give too much of yourself out online, it can be a bit risky if you're not careful, you know. So I didn't want to have like some crazy digital footprint. I was kind of like, you know what, I just want to be known for the football, keep it at that, and yeah, keep it moving. Oh, that's good play. Oh, Garnacho's run was in time. That's the first interesting passage of play I've seen this game, and it results in a free kick. That was nice then. And what are we noticing? When Enzo Fernandez is deeper, yeah, more movements happening off the ball. Because why are you not going to run if Enzo's not behind you? But this is a lot better now. Unreliable. Try the ADHD medication once and see for yourself. I mean, again, I'm going to do the research, but I'm low-key a little bit curious to see just what it's saying, just for a one-time thing. I know, like, he said it costs like £9-10 on the NHS, so it's not too, you know what I mean? It's not too crazy. The Munich final too, yeah, watch. The Spurs hate will be generational in my family. We need Gittins, hilarious show, go to show. You know what I like? Neto when he's playing as a 10. I feel so bad for SFL. We are wasting the potential of a generational talent. I kind of hear what all you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are liking the stream, man. We're slowly just turning the temperature up now against Pafos. Maybe another sub. I mean, Garnacho, I think if there's maybe like a little weak link, are you maybe bringing Gittins on instead? Enzo. Oh, see, nice idea. Little imagination then from Enzo. Finds Garnacho. Garnacho on the right side. Goes for the cutback cross, intercepted. Okay. We go again. Fafana spreads it to Neto, who's coming inside. Pass into the feet of Garnacho, but what was the utility of that ball then from Neto? What was Garnacho supposed to do with that then? Like, it didn't make any sense for me for him to do that. Anyway, we win the ball back high in their half. Estefan, please, Estefan! Estefan! Oh, it's on his right foot. On his right foot. Oh, again, the football is slowly just turning up right now. The back heel from Badia, yeah? Oh, the extra touch then was setting him up nice. It's unlucky. Great back heel from Badia to find Estevao. Estevao was looking for the option. No one's across him. He had to take the extra touch inside. And he gets, okay, deflection off, corner, calm. Corner kick, Neto. Why do they call him Estevao? I hate the commentators' pronunciations. Neto in swinger again. Keeper's got it. 60 minutes in, no goal against Pafos. Mads. I need to see the results that Pafos have picked up in the CL because they're playing like a team that's a lot better than I'm giving them credit for. They've scored 4 goals, conceded 9, won 1 game, drawn 3 games, lost 2. All right. Yeah, lost against Juve, draw against Monaco, lost against Villarreal. Respectable scorelines, 2-0, 1-0. Oh, of course, they got destroyed by Bayern. Yeah, Bayern cooked them. So it's 3 losses in. Why is it saying 2 losses when it's 3? Juve. Oh no, Pafos beat Villarreal. My bad. Okay. So they got cooked by Bayern, which makes a lot of sense. Bayern cooked them and they were using the same setup with this back 5 stuff. Definitely a skill issue on our part. Esteval takes the ball back inside. Okay, more energy now for Pafos. Anderson, the striker, coming off, I guess. Okay, Jar Jar and is that Domingos Quinoa? This guy came from our academy. Oh, Domingos. Oh, he plays for Pafos now. Okay. I remember when he left us to go to West Ham all those years back. Domingos Quinoa. What subs do we make right now? I'll put the bench on screen. Again, you're looking at Gittins. You're looking at Joao Pedro. We have options to turn things around. I mean, we've struggled to create anything for Liam Delap in this entire game. I guess maybe Garnacho to get subbed off. I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. In terms of like subs that can like change the game, you're looking at Gittins and Pedro. No. Deal with that, boys. Nah. No nonsense today, man. Please. Yes, Fofana played. That's it, please. We have to score from this. Garnacho, fucking score. Oh my God. What a tackle. These guys are putting their mind, body, and spirits into this defensive performance, man. Oh, it was just set up for the... Look at that defending, though. Not going to lie. Oh, shit. I can't even be too mad at Garnacho then. To be fair, I can't be mad at Garnacho. The only thing Garnacho could have done was like a 4D move, like anticipate a slide tackle was coming and use the momentum against this man. But again, he's Garnacho. I'm not expecting something like that, to be fair with you. Anyway, Enzo. Oh, Enzo was set up for the first timer. Come on, Hatso. Get out your man. Caicedo. Oh, Esteval. Second ball. Oh, played. Skill. Gusto. Cross. Ah, shit. Would you even think about like a crazy move like playing Joao Pedro? But as the clock keeps going on, you know, 0-0, it's nearly 70 minutes in the game. You get a little bit nervous now about us getting the win today. If we don't win today, this is a major loss. Anyway, speak of the devil, Joao Pedro and Gittins are coming on the field right now. So is that Delap? But would you take off Delap? Is there any point? Would you not have both these guys together for the goal? Or what are you guys thinking? Garnacho, bro, he takes 50 years to shoot. These kids become too famous too soon. Yeah, I hope Luiz comes on. But I mean, I don't want him to come on and get the winner or something. That would be mad. The lap, Liam, Ma in the stream, Gittins, and Pedro. Esteval, our best attacker. I mean, he has to be, man. If we do anything second half of this season, it's down to Esteval. I have to see him in the first team on a full-time basis now. I'm sorry. Caicedo, good pass then. Oh, Neto, man. What were you thinking? Just bring the ball down, for God's sake. Cucurella's coming on as well. But what's Cuckoo really going to bring that Hato's not bringing? Liam, okay. Corner, out of play. And subs now. Triple substitution. All the subs are done for at the moment. Liam's off. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel for guys like Liam, like you get no service to do nothing. All right, Garnacho's off. Gittins is on. And Cucurella. For Hassel. I mean, again, the Cuckoo one, I would have probably avoided that. I mean, maybe he's doing something different with Cuckoo. I don't know. But Cuckoo seems to be playing more as like a classic fullback. Hopefully, he's doing that. Gusto's inverted again. Oh, my lords. Badia. Cuckoo. Okay, Enzo. Back to Cuckoo. Gittins, get at your man. First touch. Oh, slides in very nicely. Enzo spreads it to Gusto. Played Esteval. What's he going to do? He's going to come inside. Spreads it to Cucurella. Can he take the shot? No, he doesn't. Gittins. Gittins. It's two in front. There has to be like balls over the top. There has to be runs that are made. Not this guy's waiting in the books for service. You know? Like, we don't do enough of that. That third man movement. Esteval. Little flip-flap, yeah? This kid, man. Hoofed up the field. You have to control that, boys. That's it. That's ours. But it's getting worrying, man. 71 minutes. We've got like, what, 20 minutes left. Cucurella. Gittins. Overlap to Cuckoo. No footwork from Cuckoo. Back inside to Enzo. The tempo's gone back now. It's, Pafos keeping that low block structure, not looking to leave their blocks whatsoever. And us kind of playing around them at the moment. I'd rather actually Esteval and Neto swapped. That's a thing I've noticed on the Racina so far, is that Neto is underlapping a lot of times. But Liam is a poor guy, absolutely no balls to him. I don't know, man. Nimau. I mean, what can he really do when there's no service coming your way? I mean, at Ipswich, when he was getting all that reputation, he was like the one-man counter-attack, and we rarely see him doing that. Raw. Hella Messi on Fofana then. The football is aging me, bro. Adam, I feel it, man. I feel like my focus is I'm fighting hard to keep this focus for the game right now. I'm doing my best, man. These types of games are what you see in Football Manager. 80% possession, 20 shots, 0-0 scoreline. Oh, yellow cards. First time, yellow cards. Oh, yellow for that, though. Like, come on, ref, man. That's a bit... I mean, the thing that's really hurt this game was Enzo's disallowed goal. I mean, we can't forget that, right? That goal scored, Pafos aren't Pafosing us right now. They're not pacifying us. Oh, okay, Atalanta, nice. I don't know how we lost to them. I mean, don't even get me started on that game. 71% possession. I mean, top players for Fana. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's defended well. He's won his tackles, I guess. Oh, please, the intensity, man. Fucking hell, this game. Cuckoo, very deep inside. Like, what is the point of having to be so close when the opposition aren't getting attracted to you? Like, if you're not going to do no combination 1-2s, and a third man run, what is the point of being that tight? You could save a lot of time. Again, Fernandez having to do, I don't know what he's trying to do right now. What I'm trying to say is that, let me try and demonstrate this. You know, Cucurella, let me move this guy here. Where the hell? You know, like, look at Cucurella, for example. Let me swap Caicedo and Enzo. My thing is, if you're like up against a defensive block, yeah, if you guys can see on screen, why do we need a Gusto really tight and close to the midfield when you're doing like short little passes over very small distances, when a guy could just be wides and you're bypassing having to play an extra pass to someone in the middle for no reason? Like, what is the utility of that when it's not really generating much of anything? You know, Cuckoo's very deep inside, a little short pass back to Caicedo, very short, very short. I mean, what's Estevao going to do there, man? But if Cucurella was just like 15 yards out wide to the left, isn't it just better for us to just kind of skip a few moves and play direct? Oh, Enzo doesn't get out his feet quickly enough then. Wow, that's better, please, Estevao, 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 Estevao. The media's protection of the lap compared to their attitude to Jackson is suspicious. I guess, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think the lap's not really played enough games for keeping it real, man. You know, he's had a lot of injuries so far. I don't think it's the same context, if I'm being honest. I don't think we have to always force this, you know, comparison to. If the lap played the same amount of games, then yeah, week in, week out, fair enough. But he hasn't been doing that. I don't think that narrative has to be spoken into existence, to be fair. At 800, it kind of pisses me off that we don't take advantage of set pieces. We had JT, Drogba, KO, Luiz scoring bullet headers for us. And we had Lampard, Matt, for sure. We had those guys. We don't really have that. We scored a few. I mean, Chalobah scored the most goals for us, our defenders, with 3 goals. He's the guy that scores from this. Please! Yes! My lord, man. Of course it was going to be Caicedo today. My God. The suffering has some purpose to it, at least. We're not just suffering for the sake of it anymore, yeah? Oh, my lords. I guess it was fitting that from the 50th corner, we were going to score from it, right? Oh, my lords. We needed that, boys. Wow. Caicedo pacifies Pafos. That's it. Oh, who won that then? Fofana. Fofana with a great little flick on then. Super flick on from Fofana, and Caicedo with a Ronaldo diving header, yeah? Look at Fofana. Look at Wes with the flick on. Oh, no. I got it wrong. It came off of the striker and landed perfectly to Caicedo. That was the luck we needed. But you know what annoys me, you guys? It's like, you know, like, we just saw Fofana get pushed then. What's the difference between Enzo Fernandez, you know, trying to create some space for a header? I mean, technically, should that not be a penalty? If Fernandez is getting, you know, called to action, if goals are getting disallowed for a push, why is that then allowed on Fofana then? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Pafos. That's it, Gittins. Don't get sent off now, Gittins. Please, don't get sent off. But yeah, a son, you know, unlucky for Pafos is what it is, so. Gusto, Caicedo, Cucurella. Now we can play boring. We got like, what, 50 minutes left. As long as we got the result now, it's secured. I don't care now. It's one of those games we'll forget about in the long run. Yeah. Enzo is just like, they're the little limits, you know, of him being the attacking mids. That's it. And then that's it. Next week, boys, Napoli. That's the big one against Antonio Conte. Of course, I have to see us dunk on Conte, man. I got to see us dunk on his wig. I have to see it. Oh, early delivery. Defended by Wes. Good header. Cross again. Oh, nah. Please, boys. None of this nonsense now. Allowing early deliveries, you know? Please. I mean, that cross was whipped in. That was a mad ball. In between our defenders. If that's a better striker, we've now conceded a goal right now. Orsic. That's it. Get your men. Get your men. Oh, João Pedro's there. Oh, alright. Hey, fair enough. Dragomir. That's it, Sanchez. Just slow it down. Take the tempo out of the game a bit. Just slow it down. Okay. Whew. 10 more minutes left. I'm praying there's no extra time. I just want this game to be over with now, man. Seen enough. Seen way too much right now. Cuckoo. Enzo. Oh, that run was made then. You couldn't play the ball. See what I mean? That could have been Wesley. Time and space to play a ball over the top then. But we just won't do it. Like, everything's always like on the ground. Neto. Esteval. Esteval's tucking inside a bit more this time. Spreads it to Badiashile. Wesley. But we're like, with how we play sometimes, you know, like when we look for defenders, we constantly talk about defenders that break lines. But I think to myself sometimes, like, what does it really do to really increase our quality in a game? Like, if I wanted to make a point, you'd say maybe the best defender we have are just breaking the lines. Only that one thing in this game would probably be Tosin. He's probably the... Oh, Gitten! Let's go! Oh, no one's making runs to the near post, taking chances. Superb play from Gittins. That's what I mean. You're not going to see Garnacho with a dribbling highlight reel in his entire career. That's what Gittins can do, though, you know? Hopefully Gittins can kind of force himself in the lineup a bit more. I would like to see that. But like I was saying, obviously, I mean, Gittins, you know, rightfully distracted me in that moment of genius then. Oh, Sema, that guy was at Watford. Ah, okay. Langa, I have never seen this guy before, nah. Like I was saying, man, you know, like there's always this focus on defenders that can break the lines. I'm saying, okay, let's say you can argue Tosin's the best at doing that in the squad. What does it really do in terms of improving our attacking play? You know what I mean? Like all the defenders we sign, your Badias, your Fofanas, everyone was signed because they had the line breakers and the ball playing pattern, and you know what I mean? But then when I see certain moments like Wesley, they're not playing the ball to Neto's running behind. But isn't that what you were paid to do? To make that that 40-yard ball over the top. Like that, isn't that the point of having these defenders that can play, not just keep the ball passively and play it side to side? That, and I think like, okay, let's say Jackway comes now or next season, whatever. What's he gonna do on the ball that's gonna make us better playing out from the back? I mean, I don't know, man. Badia. Oh, Gittins, yes. Gittins in like the tiniest cameo. He's been ill for like 2 weeks. Doing way better than Garnacho in this game. And he nearly made it 2-0 for Esteval then. Oh, he took a bit of a heavy landing. Oh, that's going to hurt, man. Oh, that's painful, those ones, man. Oh. But you see, like, anytime Esteval drops, like, everyone, even the opposition, are, like, checking in to see if he's okay. Are you good? They're going to say he was pushed. Nah, piss off, man. Justice. They're showing that push on from Badia. But what about the push on Fofana? Yeah? Nonsense. Oh, come on, you guys. I'll be getting stupid yellows now for no reason. Come on, man. Just protesting what, bro? It's just like, surely you don't have smoke for a game like this. Please. Like, this game's not that serious. Please. Is it me or is the game like really slowing down even more now? I felt like I looked at, it was like 80 minutes, 20 minutes ago. Yeah, Cole can break the lines. He can. But like I said, at the moment, the best we got is Tosin who does that. But outside of finding Palmer every now and then, like, what does it really do? Because it's like, if you're breaking lines, it means you're breaking lines to someone. And when you don't have Palmer, who's the only guy who receives those passes, like, what net benefits does the team really get? I mean, you know what? I would love to kind of one day just speak to like a proper coach. I don't want to even say analysts. I don't trust analysts and the data guys all the time. I mean, every summer data shows that this guy is spectacular, that guy is spectacular, and then, you know, he gets forgotten about, and then the next season someone else takes that mantle. But I love to like find out from coaches, okay, what really separates these defenders? Like, what makes the club feel like Jackway is better than, let's say, Badia and Fofana and whatever? Like, what makes him actually better? Is it because he's like a bit faster in certain aspects, or he's a bit of a monster more defensively? But how much more of a monster is he going to be over Fofana? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what is the real proper difference between these types of players? I've seen enough. No more Ghana, please. Exactly. Gittins needs to start getting more game time. Gittins and Esteval, please. I got to start seeing it down the flanks, man. Is it me, or does it feel like we're playing with no striker at the moment? Attracting pressure from Pafos. Ball in the box. Thank you, Sanchez. What a punch from Sanchez. That just looked like a horrendous cross to defend against then. Yeah? And it felt like he was the only guy to... Who is this guy with the delivery, bro? Who is this guy from Pafos with the left foot? What's his name? Who is this guy, bro, for Pafos? Putting in these Roberto Carlos deliveries right now. Who is this guy? Fuck, you know. Do you guys get the name of this left back for Pafos? Or this wing back or whatever? Bro. They kept this guy shackled in this game, man. By the way, it's not... Yeah, Jack A. I'm saying Jack. You know what the funny thing is? My dad literally called me up And the first thing he told me at like 11:30 p.m. was this Jack A, not Jack Way. Listen, at 2026, I need to step up with the pronunciations. I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it. Shittins is that because he does step overs. He's built like a 4-year-old. I mean, bro, you know. Don't pretend you're not enjoying the step overs, man. You're telling me that little dazzling run when he's just made guys look like fools didn't impress you? Okay, come on, final minute, please be over. I'm done. What's his name? Pilier. I don't know what he is, but yeah, deliveries from this guy on the left, 30. Yeah, he does look like Dimitri Payet a little bit, low-key. Please, I'm praying it's like 1 minute. I can't do more than 1 minute. I mean, to only beat Pafos 1-0, oh my lord, man. That's a dead game. That's a dead game. Dead-ass game, man, for Fana. Wesley, man, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing, mate? 4 minutes. 4 minutes left, boys. Oh, this ordeal of a game. The sounds Greek, not my zone. That sounds Greek, not my zone. Okay, yeah. Hating on your own player when he is playing well is diabolical. Tell me about it. It's like you got to know when to use the narratives. You can't just spam narratives just for the sake of... You know, you can't just do it, man. You can't. Diamata, spinning Badia. Cuckoo. Can't we just keep the ball? Like, when everyone praises that the 04-05 defense for being like one of the Premier League's greatest defenses. But I think people forget that when we won games under Mourinho, 1-0, 2-0, we just kept the ball. We just kept the ball. That's what we was doing. We didn't do anything fancy. We didn't try to force the third goal. We just kept the ball. And that's what probably led to us having this defensive record that's stood the test of time. We just didn't force it anymore. We just kept the ball. I don't know why everyone forgets that we did that. Nini, do you think Luiz feels watching this game? I mean, I feel like he'd love to be participating in it. But maybe it's a good thing he's not there to, you know, get tarnished in this loss, right? I don't know. I mean, it would have been nice to see Luiz stepping on the field, getting a round of applause and ovation. I mean, I can't understand why he's not getting that, but you know, you can't give patronizing minutes, right? Pafos are here to compete. You got to respect it, I guess. And again, it's probably just fitness then, because he's been playing for Pafos. It's just fitness then. He had an injury beforehand. I guess he's not fully ready. Badia. Quick ball wide to spread it to Kai. Say, just keep the ball, boys. Just don't force it. You're not going to score another goal, man. Badia. Where's the midfields? Saying spreads. Wide to Gittins. Heavy touch, but Gittins saves it then with the footwork and the shimmy. If Cucurella had his body positioned forward, he could have played a first time pass into Gittins and on the left. Esteval. I feel like when you're a player playing these types of games, do you ever feel like bored? Or because you're like constantly involved, it like you don't even realize that you're not doing nothing most of the time. Like we had 21 shots, but it didn't really feel like we had like serious shots. It felt like most of them came from, you know what I mean, corner rebounds, a few from outside the box, you know, a few opportunities missed. It says, oh, Enzo, does he get there? Yes, he does. His Trivela comes off for once. Play Pedro. Free kick. Ah, poor. But 5 big chances. I'm looking at Garnacho. That was blocked. What was like the other big chances, you guys? We had 5 big chances in this game. Why am I struggling to remember them? Esteval had one. Enzo's was disallowed. Caicedo had a shot as well that was saved earlier. What were the big chances that stood out for you guys? Anyway, the game, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's it, boys. We bored ourselves to victory tonight against Pafos. But listen, man, result is more important, I guess, not our entertainment. That means we're now 8th, 13 points. Game against Napoli, who look atrocious this season. You know, we can really seal automatic qualification now, which is what we came here to do. So, yeah, man, it's a good result. Getting the win, of course, but not a great game, keeping it real. And Napoli are 25th, 8 points from 7 games. Conte, you villain, man. That's hilarious to me. Villarreal, 1 point. That's actually pathetic. But that's it, man. We got it done. W Nini, W Chelsea. Keep the blue flag flying, flipping high. David Luiz on the field, coming on. Giza. That's it, Giza. There's not one player that he probably even knows. He's just going to like old man these guys. Anderson. Bro, see all the Brazilians from Pafos are just, you know, trying to get Esteval's shirt right now. Like, when you're the chosen one in Brazil, they really respect you and they really... Everyone's got to have a piece of you. Santos, Enzo. Thank God, rather a win than a draw. I think, yeah, if we're going to slave through this type of game, we got to leave a bare minimum with a win, man. Bare minimum. Turo, at this point, I don't mind playing boring football. As long as we win, I don't care. And trophies are all that matters. Fair enough, bro. But yeah, that was a boring game to watch. I mean, the stats would make it sound like it was crazy. 5 big chances, 21 shots, 71% possession. But the expected goals kind of reveals all. And I don't know what the big chances were. Like, what counts as like a big guarantee this was a goal? It didn't feel like that to me, boys. Good stream, made it bearable. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, man. I've been enjoying streaming a lot more than I normally have in other seasons. I guess because I'm like happier with how it's going in terms of the look and the graphics and the stuff like that. It's been you know what I mean? It's been nice. But boys, you know what time it is, man. You know, it's time for me to bounce, keep it moving, and get ready to produce the match review. I hope you guys aren't bored enough to relive this game with me again, going through the review. But yeah, man, it's been good in the stream today. And check out the news video and stay tuned for the review. And then come back tomorrow for more videos on BlueLionsTV. So love to all the mandem. Love to all you guys. And I will see you very shortly.